Google or Meta ads? Which one's actually better for local businesses? Well, these two platforms have the same outcome of generating leads, but work in opposite ways. And if you're a local service-based business, understanding that difference can actually change the way in which you generate high-quality leads for your business. So let's start from the basics. Let's start with Google. Google is pull marketing and is there to bring in high-intent, high-quality leads by nature, as it's already a search engine because people are actively searching for exactly what they need. Hence why so many business owners, when investing into this type of marketing, focus on racking up their Google reviews for credibility, build high converting websites, and pay for long-term search engine optimization services so they appear on the first page right above all their competitors so that they increase the chances they get clicked on. Awesome, right? Well, the downside for this is because it's a search engine, there's an auction for the searches. So whoever bids the most for that search term in that local market wins the customer. So while you may think your $5K a month budget is enough, in a highly trafficked area, that monopoly on top of you who is spending $100,000 a month to get your same clients will gobble up all the attention and real estate, and therefore making it seem like you never existed. That's the hard truth for a lot of businesses starting out on Google. Now, let's talk about Meta, Facebook, and Instagram. That is push marketing, pattern interrupt marketing, where instead of waiting for prospects to find you, you put yourself right in front of them no matter where they are in their buying journey. And it's not about who outspends who on this social platform. Through engaging content marketing, you get the benefits of standing out and appearing first without breaking the bank before they ever need your solution. Interesting, right? And this is where you get an edge. And it's why the leads are cheaper and in comparison lower quality actually. Because with higher volume, you get prospects in earlier stages of this buying journey with you. Now, this approach where you generate content assets and run as ads requires a lot more effort, however, from you, the business owner. Because generally, in order to get exceptional results from the social platforms, you need a face seen and heard within them. On the other hand, unlike Google, through generic copywriting and some photos here and there, optimizing Google assets can be completely outsourced to a marketing agency. So if you don't want to be involved in your marketing, well, that's a good way for you to do so. However, in the case where you leverage push marketing, Meta, and want to stand out in a world where reels and short attention spans are prevalent, you really have to be intentional with the assets you generate to pique a viewer's interest, such as prioritizing scroll-stopping video ads over generic graphics. Regardless, both require long-term investments, whether it's paying for SEO and further page optimizations, or building a long-term brand of highly valuable content that speaks directly to your community. At the end of the day, with both, you're not trying to get attention nationwide, you're talking to your neighbors, those who can actually buy from you. So double down on one and be the best at that one, and you'll be successful no matter what. However, if you ask me how to dominate your local markets without having to outspend anyone, well, this is where it gets biased, because I can tell you that if you put in the extra effort and you're involved in your marketing, on top of the financial commitment to Meta, you build an authentic local brand. You won't just generate leads through paid ads, but you have a community around you that vouches for you, not because you're the best at what you do, but because they feel like they got to know you before ever speaking to you because you put in that extra effort. And that cannot be achieved through a search engine like Google, but only on a social platform like Instagram, for example, where I personally generate all my high quality leads. And this is when you show up in their feed before they even think about searching on Google, because you appear first, remember? And why do they follow you on social? Well, because something you said on your ad or showed or shared resonated with them. They thought, I should keep an eye on this brand and business. And sure, while most followers won't buy on day one through these social platforms in comparison to Google, because some are just curious, some are just researching, and maybe a small percentage will probably message you right away because you caught them at the right time. Well, the rest, in comparison to Google, they need nurturing. However, that's in every other case for every other business. And that's the fun part, because through one conversation, you get to nurture them all and stay on top of minds, while those who try to outspend you cannot, because they cannot replicate you as a brand. So the formula is simple. Push yourself into their world, build trust over time through authenticity, and by the time they are aware of their problem that you solve, you become the best and only solution in their eyes. And that is what matters. So leave your questions in the comments, and if you want to book a call with my team and I to show you how to start leveraging push marketing, click the link in the description. And if not, well, I'll see you on my next video.